All right, so yesterday was, last few days was core aeration, easier said than done, or easier done than said, and seeding, which was a good thing because late last night and today it's rainy. So I got some seed down, got everything done, the seed down just in time. Before the rain, so this will help with that seed I laid down. I put down 200 pounds of seed, so hopefully it'll take and help crowd out some of the weeds. But when you have a lot of yard to take care of, it's just hard to keep the weeds down, and sometimes I just get defeated and give up on them. But we'll see what this year holds. So today is reorganizing one of the garages where I have a bunch of yard equipment and other basically yard equipment. I'm going to relocate some of that equipment to one of the barns since we don't have horses or cattle anymore. Trying to downsize here, and then I can get another piece or two of equipment out of the arena over into the garages down here. So I'll show you what's up. So I have equipment in that arena over there. Actually, I have some trailers, a boat, a couple of tractors, two early Broncos, a 73 and 74, and a 92 Bronco, a rock crawler that I've had since 92 back in Texas. I bought it in 92. It's pretty badass. It's got a 393 stroker, it's fully caged inside. The interior's pretty much gutted. It's 513 gears, Atlas transfer case, Dana 60s front and rear, took out the twin beams, so it's pretty well built. I'll show you that one. So this is just some of the yard there. It's not yard, it's actually paddocks. Did this part of the yard. You can see it's already starting to need mowing. I should have mowed it before I did everything, but I knew I was going to run out of time with the rain, so I just wanted to get seed down. But got that stuff done. Got this little area done. The dogs hang out and tear that up quite a bit. This is the barn in the back where I'm going to be putting some stuff today. And fuel tanks. That's what I call the pine forest. I just ordered another rake for it to use behind the ATVs. It gets so many leaves and needles, it's just hard to keep up with it. I did seed it last year, so I can see some of the grass is still coming up through the pine needles and the leaves. You can see I've got a couple of piles of leaves started. That's the barn. That's basically a big garage and shop. I do have some apartments up above it, but I've got the Torino and the 68 in those two bays. That's the storage room next to it. On the back side is my equipment, and so this is another garage that I have that I gotta get the gator out because I need the gator today, and to help with my efforts of moving equipment around. So here's the gator. That's the one I had did a fender fix on over there. You can see my patchwork over there. But so let's go check out the storage or the equipment. Batteries going on this thing. So head back here. side of this barn. Then we're going to move some equipment into. But all the equipment that I'm moving, and I got a bunch of tires, various sets of tires for the vehicles. So let's go check that out. I'm going to use that trailer today. I can put the tires on it and haul them over to the barn. So you can see that got quite a bit of crap just to maintain around here. That's why I'm trying to downsize and see what to do. Alright, so I got the Bobcat in here. Got a lawn tractor down there. But I want to get this stuff here moved over to the barn. I want to get all those tires moved over to the barn. And I think I have a riding lawnmower over here. I want to move that over to the barn. Guess the light's on. So that needs to get over to the barn. Leave this here. The Bobcat will stay here. This may stay here. Got some more tires up there. But I'd like to see if I can't get the 2 tractors in here. And go from there. So this is my task today. I'm going to hook this trailer up and start loading things up and move it over to the barn. There we go. Fun day. Gray day. Getting stuff cleared out back there. You can kind of see a ways back. You couldn't even walk through there before. But I've just been cutting trees down and yanking a lot of stuff out with my Bobcat. That grapple works pretty good. And I just rip shit out of the ground, root balls and all. And I've got massive tree piles back there, but figure out what to do with them when I get everything done. So, onward and upward for today. Alright, so I'm tidying up the Gator and the Bobcat a little bit before I start hauling stuff. But I noticed on the Bobcat, I'm just going to spray some oil, rust lubricant, if you will. I think this is it. I think I mentioned before, I use these products quite a bit. This Cano, got some up there. They make all different kinds of stuff: cleaner, degreaser, gear and wire lubricant. Comes in an oil can, dry PTFE coating, a graphite coating, weatherproofing, keep stuff from rusting. They got all kinds of crap. So I don't make. I'm just passing on some information. I don't. I'm far from making money off of all this crap that I buy and do around here. But I just thought I'd pass on some information. It's always cool to try new products and to find that something's worked. It's a USA product. Been in Tennessee for since I think the 40s or the 50s, something like that. But good stuff. I like it. So. And they put sales on every so often, so you can get some pretty good deals. But I'm just going to spray down. I just did some pressure washing on this, and so I'm going to spray down some of this just to keep it down. This is the Bobcat that I bought off of an auction site, Bidadoo, and it rated good, except, I had to replace the clutch in it. That was shit. I had to replace the control arm. I think it was this side, a control arm, an axle shaft, because that was bad. And I had a hell of a time finding anything online that was a decent price. But come to find out, all this Bobcat crap is Polaris. It's just a bunch of Polaris stuff badged as Bobcat. So, hey, it worked. It took me a little bit, but the clutch, the battery sucked, and they delivered it like at 1 or 2 in the morning with an 18-wheeler out front. So, not starting, had to push it across the street into the drive. It was, not a good scene. I'm not using that bid site again. They aren't gonna miss my business. They sell a bunch of equipment, so what are you gonna do about that? But anyway, but it's diesel. Like it gets around here. It's not pretty. It's functional. Most of my stuff is functional. Slow. I should have done. I could have used a different mounting option doing the clutch, which would have provided it more speed, but that little gator over there scoots around pretty good, so this actually has pretty good torque to it, being the diesel, and it's just cold start in the winter, but don't use it much in the winter time. Use that one quite a bit, but anyway, I'm going to continue on with cleaning these up a little bit, and then starting on the inside there, getting tires out. My trailer was covered in mud. I guess I didn't clean it off the last time I took the DR down to the field and did some clearing. But I put this plywood on this thing and coated it with like not Armor All, but bed liner, and I did that in the barn actually as well. So you can see it's coming off in some spots here, but I used this bed liner in the barn on the concrete and stuff in there as well, and rhino lining, and it works. It's awesome. I love it for purposes other than just bed lining, so it works out well. But anyway, I need to get moving on here and get this stuff taken care of. Right on. Alright, so I got my first load on the trailer, and it looks like I have to pump up this tire a little bit on the trailer on this side, but show you my load of tires here. So that's the spare. It's a Cooper. That's the spare for my big Bronco. These are the Mickey Thompsons for, there's 1, 2, 3, other one's still in the shop back there, garage. And this set, tires and wheels, came off my daughter's pickup when we lifted it and put the 35s on. These were the OEs that came off the Limited, or the Lariat. So I think I may put these up for sale. I just got too much crap, man. If I wind up selling this joint, I don't have a clue as to what I would do with all my shit. It's just crazy. So I still have, these are for sale. That's a set of Dodge 3500 dually wheels down there, not the Enkeis, but those down there. Actually, what I did is I bought a set, bought that with the Michelins on it for like $450, and the Michelins were almost brand new. Pulled the Michelins off these wheels, put them on my F350, and I figure I'll sell these and recoup some of my money. But I did that deal long ago, and those Michelins are now getting kind of tire rot. Tread's awesome, but tire rot. So those are the boggers. Those are for my big Bronco as well. There's the other Mickey Thompson. There's a spare for the 73 Bronco down there. One of the dually spares. Turf tires for the John Deere. I may put those on. And so anyway, you can see attachments. All this crap's got to go into the barn, central barn area, so I can get the bigger equipment in here. A couple of tractors. They're not big. One's like a 32 horsepower John Deere. The other's a Kubota 2805, I think. Both four-wheel drive tractors. They're perfect for the size of this place. Got to get all those jerry cans out of here. Yep. So kind of cleaning stuff up, and because I think we got a buyer for the other. I've got 20 some acres here, so I think I got a buyer for the other side. But that has the arena, which has all my equipment and other stuff in it. So they're doing some land surveys for some construction they want to do on that property. And if it goes through, I got to get all my shit out of there, and I don't have a clue as to where it's going. Thinking of building another facility, a garage in this area here, right outside this garage. I could get a pretty healthy garage back here to get stuff stored in, so maybe get a lift again. Anyway, I'm gonna haul this load over to the barn, show you what's going on over in there, and call it one load down. All right, so we're inside the center section of the barn here, so I'll show you where I'm gonna put a lot of my equipment and all. And it's a pretty cool barn, but for sale. Anybody wants to buy? $995,000, and the farm can be yours. Okay, so I'm gonna put some pallets down that I got here. Over here, I used to have feed and whatnot for the cattle and horses in here, and hay and all that good stuff. But you can see it's a pretty badass barn. And pretty cool, man. I'd love to put my shop and all in here, but it just take too much redoing to put the shop in here. And if I'm not staying, no sense on doing that. And then you can see got stalls on the other side. We'll go to that other side as well. But these are the stalls. Did all the stalls, and you can see down there, that's where I put the rhino lining on the concrete and the kick panels in the stalls. So the stalls, this is a linseed oil with a dye, animal safe dye, pigment, if you will. And so that boiled linseed oil with that dye, I think it gave it kind of a nice rustic look. We heat treated and scraped off all the paint off these stalls and redid it with this boiled linseed oil, and redid all this, and the ceiling, the beams. As you can see, there's a big stall down there at the end of that one. So this is one of the doors that goes into the center section where we were just at. I hate ending sentences with prepositions. And there's another door up there. So, and this then is the run-in area. Where the cattle, actually horses and stuff, used to keep them in the small paddock area, and the pastures, and of course neighbors. Go figure. But yeah, I'm nicely secluded from the coronavirus here. So, and then the other garage is right over there behind the live-in quarter horse trailer. That's where I'm yanking all of my tires and stuff out of. So, tidy up day. I'll get back to the 540. I did order a spring compressor, a heavy-duty spring compressor, to get those valves out of there, out of those heads, so I can do some milling work to get back on the 540. But as you can see, that isn't my only focus. You know, I see some of these guys that 90% of their time is just spent dealing with their car or cars, and unfortunately or fortunately, I vary my routine up. Yesterday I was running the tractor with core aeration and seeding. Today I'm moving tires and somewhat vehicle related and doing some tidying up, and when parts come in I'll get back to the 540 and the Torino and occupy my time with that. But anyway, so this is the barn, one of the barns, and get my crap moved over into here, get it out of the garage so I can put other crap in there. I swear we're like goldfish. The more space you give us humans, it's not meaning that it doesn't mean that we just have more space to live in. It just means we have more space to put crap in. Just like you put a goldfish in a bigger tank, that goldfish is just going to grow bigger. And humans do the same thing with crap. So, and that's the back area where I've been clearing. You can see I've done a pretty good job. You could not see through there whatsoever before. You couldn't even walk through there. But I keep working at it. Alrighty, back at this task at hand, getting these tires in the barn here. You want to talk about some heavy ass shit rotating mass. That is it right there. Those Wranglers with that MRW steel wheel, that is a heavy SOB. Those are what's on the Black Bronco. That's its spare right there. So clean it up. And more tires. There's the other Mickey MT. And I got the boggers to go. Those are heavy sons of guns too. Those are for my big Bronco. And the turf tires. So that is that. Jerry cans. Attachments. I gotta clean those up. Those are for a Craftsman lawnmower. And I've had that thing since I lived in Tennessee, and that's more than 20 years ago, and I had it a couple of years down there. So that tractor, that little lawn tractor, covered up down there, runs fine. It's probably 25 years old. 18 horse Kohler Sears yard tractor. So those are attachments for it. I got to clean them up. When we moved, they kind of got stuck outside for a little bit, so I got to clean them up, tidy them up. Don't know what I'm going to do with that little yard tractor and the attachments. May sell them. That's what I was using yesterday, seeding. All right, so and that's my next project, is to clean up my fence post area and get this area tidied up back here. First things first, step by step. I don't know if I have any other cliches, but I'm sure they're all applicable if I could think of them. All right, so I'm on trip 2 of tires, and I think I got one more trip of tires for the tractor and spares and trailer tires, and then that should be it for the tires. Tires trip 2, boggers, the Mickey T, the spare for the Black Bronco, and the Yamaha, the quad rear tires, other set that I have, wheel boxes, another little box, and then what's left is this stuff. The John Deere turf tires. Those 2 are spares for the live-in quarter horse trailer. That's F350 spare. I got a wheel over there. Wheels here. So I got another trip. And then there's another tire back there. It must have been a spare for something. Got more frickin' tires. That was a wheel. I think that was for the Mickey Thompsons. And then I can start tidying this up in here. Get this stuff's coming out of here. The snow blower, the bush hog, the weed whacker. That's all going over to the barn. So that's that. Keep at it. Alright, I'm on the 3rd and final trip with the tires. All I've done is tires and wheels. And it's clearing out pretty good. Looking forward to getting this done today. So this is the 3rd trip. That's the Dodge dually wheel set. It's dirty, but man, those things, it's just dusty and whatnot. Those things were virtually new. Got the lug nuts for them as well, so I gotta sell those. I just hate selling crap, man. I hate dealing with people and selling, but this is the next and last trip of tires. 2 spare trailer tires for that trailer, an extra F350 spare, and tractor turf tires. So they're going over to the barn. All right, all tires are over in the barn. I feel like a tire rack warehouse here. Good Lord, you mass crap. I don't know how I get so much crap, but I seem to do that pretty well. So there we go. Wheels, trailer tires, quad tires, spare tires, Mickey Thompson, Boggers, Cooper spare, a Wrangler spare. What are those? Those are off the F-150. Goodyears, a set of Goodyears, tractor tires, an F-350 spare. Good Lord. But I got them all out of the garage over there, which cleared out a bunch of space. I got a couple of pieces of yard equipment to get over here, and that will be diggity. Then I can clean that out over there and get my tractors backed in over there. That would be just peachy effing keen. And then I got crap up there too. More crap. Crap there, crap here, crap everywhere. Man, if somebody buys this joint, I'm gonna be up shit creek. Well, I'm already up shit creek because I've got contract on the other property, which is adjoined to this one. So I got to figure out what to do with trailers and boat and Broncos and tractors. So here's just how things go around here. In this box is a brand new, never used it, cement mixer. I got it to mix feed for the cattle, and I found it was just easier and cheaper to buy a custom blend, and they delivered it, and I used it. So never used that thing. Still sitting in the box, brand new. Whatever. Okay, I just think I saw something here. Ooh, I did. Pardon me, I just saw a mouse. He won't be in here for long. I missed my barn cat, but it met a bad demise. BK, that was a good barn kid. He kept all these mice away. Well, all right, well, that's a wrap for that. I'll deal with that mouse later. I'm sure if anybody ever watches a video of mine, they'll probably say, "Oh, don't hurt the mouse." PETA will be calling me, which I just assumed. To me, one of the guys in the Bronco Club I was in said PETA stands for People Eating Tasty Animals. So that's what I'm about. I am a true omnivore. Greens, red meat, you name it, I eat it. Fish, chicken, spinach, carrots, I don't care what it is. Anyway, there we go. Back at it to the over to the barn shop.